Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Thomas. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Check 52's the mic.
Hey, exit.
52's the mic. Get your swerve on.
New mic, 52.
Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Roy.
Everybody, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Y'all not ready. Alert.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch twins, watch twins, watch twins. Twins, twins. Twins, twins.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Mike 20.
Now Allen. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, hold on. 50, Mike, 50. Hustle, hustle. Mike's 50, Mike. Check, check, check. Watch the eye. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This time Jackson will throw it. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down.
49 the mark. 49 the mark.
Jackson from the shotgun. Towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man. It's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Double time. Alert!
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return is Irvin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
49, guys.
On third down, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Ravens.
Ready? 50, Mike's 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flushed out right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it. And it won't.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. with Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Thomas. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. It's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing now is Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
That's a game of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike 52.
Allen to throw once more. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 52.
Half 10.
Check 52.
And again, it's Allen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Regular.
Check that.
Buzz.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
Middle.
Check.
Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, home.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch the curl. Mike 52.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
49 the mic.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
The mic. Watch
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, this complete to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Here we go. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down. Jackson steps away. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
52. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, it's Thomas. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
48.
They'll run on first down. Thomas. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Share. Switch.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 39.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
At the 46-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson, option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Motion. Mike 48. 65.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Let's go, boy.
Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Who's that? Mike 49.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On first down, Thomas. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He can run for it, and he will. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Check 50. Middle. 50. Out. General West.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thomas. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Where's 52? Watch.
Alert!
52's the mic.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas.
It's run.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. They did turn 31 back in July. On first down, Thomas. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Strip that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas. And some room to run now. That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Thomas. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Now Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First throw in overtime now for Jackson, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does four-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Bills' 40-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
49, guys. Mike.
On fourth down, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.